Florida Republican Congressman Mike Waltz is here with more on all this. Congressman, great to see you. You know, we heard Schumer just say Europeans are going to say, what is going on here if we don't have Ukraine? But Americans are looking at our border and saying, what is going on here, right here in our country? That has to be solved before anything else is solved. Is that really the crux of the matter?
Yeah, that absolutely is. And just a couple of clarifying points. One, the president introduced border into this massive package with Taiwan, Ukraine, Israel, and other things. He just introduced it in the wrong way. He wants to throw even more money behind bad policy. But it wasn't Republicans that introduced border in this conversation. It was him. We're just now Republicans trying to fix his bad policy, one. Two, this isn't about politics. This is about national security, and a secure border is national security. And when Biden's own FBI director is basically saying it's only a matter of time until we're attacked by one of the hundreds of individuals on the terrorist watch list that they're trying to track down, you would think that alone would be enough for the Biden administration to change policies. And then thirdly, when it does come to Ukraine, what's the strategy? What's the end state? David, I just left a closed-door meeting, and even behind closed doors, we cannot get a clear articulation of where this is all going. How many times will they have to come back to the American people to ask for money? And how do we get out of this stalemate in Ukraine that Biden's dithering has backed us into? So border, strategy, before you just talk about blank checks from the American people.
Let's just talk a little bit about Zelensky, because again, a year ago, it was hail the conquering hero. He was, you know, he just had a charm about him and this veneer of invincibility that led to all these billions being spent on his cause in Ukraine. Now that charm is kind of worn off a little. He doesn't seem to have the same spark that he did with all congressmen, or am I misseeing it?
Well, look, I'll remind everyone that it was Biden that offered Zelensky a ride out of town. So I do think he should be commended for taking a stand. The Ukrainians are doing the fighting and dying.
Yeah, that's true.
They're asking for the beans and the bullets. And I do think Putin had every intention of slicing through Ukraine and hitting a NATO country. But we stopped, in an emergency situation, we have successfully stopped Putin. Now we need to have a real debate about what is in America's interest moving forward, and what's the strategy to get there. And just Biden saying, trust me, don't ask tough questions, just sign the blank check. Hell no, we're not going to do that anymore. For Jake Sullivan and Biden to say, if you ask questions on the behalf of the American people, then you're pro-Russia, is frankly insulting and not helping the cause.
Well, and Americans want accounting for their money. I mean, not that they don't appreciate the cause. They don't want Russia to go in and become the old Soviet Union, taking over half of Europe again. But at the same time, over $100 billion has been spent, and I don't know if there's been accounting for that. Has there?
Well, and to your point, the American people don't just look at this through kind of a soda straw like Washington does. They're looking at gas prices, they're looking at 8% mortgage rates, they're looking at inflation that's killing their paycheck, and they're looking at our out-of-control border and saying, hey guys, what's your priorities here? Republicans have made it clear that we have to secure our border first. It's not an either-or, it's a matter of priorities, number one. And number two, by the way, it's failed energy policy that's kept Russia and Iran rich, and now we're essentially spending against ourselves with double bad policy.
That's a great point.
So we need to talk about policy changes, not money and Washington loves to talk about money and troop numbers. Let's talk about goals and strategy.
Congressman, before you go, talk about another priority and whether it has become one. That is the impeachment inquiry. When are we likely to see a vote on that, and are you going to be in favor of the inquiry or not?
Well, I'll remind everyone, this is not impeachment of itself. This is to give us greater standing in court, because the administration isn't giving us the answers that we need. Look, There are so many questions. Did Biden commingle his funds with Hunter? Did they pay taxes on it? We don't know, because we have whistleblowers from the IRS, current government employees, saying they've been obstructed in that investigation. And were policies changed? Remember, as vice president, Biden was in charge of Ukraine and China, of all things. And where did all the money come from? Ukraine, Russia, and China. Were policies affected because of the money flowing into his family? Those are all fair questions to ask, and this inquiry will give us standing in court to give us the answers.
As of now, do you have enough evidence to prove the charges of bribery?
Well, that's why we want the inquiry to give us even more evidence. This is very serious.
So I
we
guess
should be
the
very
answer is
somber
no, you
about
don't
it.
have enough evidence right now.
Well, look, there's so much smoke. I think we're going to find the fire, but we need to get the bank records and the things we need that we've been asking for.
Congressman Mike Waltz, great to see you as always, sir. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.